Sup kings, queens, and hottie babes in between, it's me, your fella Crumb. Do you want the latest Fate banners quickly summarized into 5 minutes and have Summer Duel's competitive commentary from a rank 1 player all packed into 5 minutes? If that's the case, then welcome to my new segment. Welcome back to the third installment of my video series Take 5, where we take a peek at the most recent banners and see how they fit into the meta. If you'd like more content like this, please consider like, sharing, and subscribing, and yeah. Lysithia's PRF Baked Treats. Slaying plus Kanto 1. At the start of turn, inflicts an out-of-combat debuff with speed and res -6 and sabotage on nearest foes within 5 spaces, and foes within 2 spaces of those foes. Effectively a plus 12 to attack and speed if the effects go off properly. Additionally, your allies can take advantage of the sabotage effect, so for your allies, it's insanely good support. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack and speed +6 to Lysithia during combat. Offensive NFU, neutralizes foes' bonuses to speed and res. Duels any out-of-combat buffs to speed and res, and legendary Ellie with support most notably. For her A slot, she's got a PRF called Mastermind. At start of turn, deals 1 damage to Lysithia. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack and speed +9 during combat. Deals bonus damage equivalent to X plus Y, where X is equivalent to 80% of the highest total out-of-combat bonuses between Lysithia and allies within 2 spaces of unit, and Y is equivalent to 80% of highest total penalties among target and foes within 2 spaces of the target. I've decided to break it down for you guys. There's 2 separate variables here, so we're just going to start with variable X. If allies around Lysithia are buffed with +6 to all stats, she deals 19 damage during combat. For variable Y, if target and foes around them has a -6 penalty to all stats, deals 19 damage during combat. Her best friends will be legendary Eliwin, Bridal Catra, and Duo Mark. You can also swap in Mythic Yun to similar effect, but I prefer Duo Mark, for a massive bonus of 38 damage per hit. If you team all of those units in conjunction with one another, she drops an insane 152 damage in 4 attacks right after one another. Just a reminder that this damage will not pierce through DR, so it will often really look more like. For Lysithia's B slot, we've got Desperation 4. Inflicts speed -4 on foe during combat. If unit's HP is less than or equal to 99%, or the number of spaces from unit's start position to end position are greater than or equal to 2, unit can make a follow-up attack before foe can counterattack. Utilize warping and calf movement to take advantage of this inheritable skill. Desperation 4 is really worth your while if you can use it. For her C slot, she's got attack speed 04. Lysithia's a squishy marshmallow child strapped to an A-bomb. Like damn, what else can I say? Jokes aside, this new Lysithia is a 7 out of 10 because she lacks DR cut and requires a lot to go her way to get the best value out of her. If the enemy has Freyr on their team, or your foe ends or save unit's action before you can act, she will struggle greatly, so just keep that in mind. Now onto Sigurd, the man who is packing a whole lot of cake. Sigurd's PRF, Knightly Manner. He's got Slaying, and if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants attack, speed, defense, and res +5 during combat. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack, which is interruptible by NFU, deals bonus damage equivalent to 15% of Sigurd's attack, and he also gets a conditional fire sweep. If foe uses sword, lance, axe, magic, staff, dragonstone, or beast damage, foe cannot counterattack. That fire sweep will allow him to get off his PRF special, guaranteed. His special PRF skill, Chivalric Aura. At start of turn, he gets times pulse 30. Already a massive improvement from his legendary version, he's not locked to run Quicken Pulse or be around Asker anymore. So you have an insane amount of flexibility when it comes to him. Boosts special damage by 25% of unit's attack. His special goes off during combat, grants an out-of-combat buff of attack +6 and movement +1 to all units on the map. For his A slot, he's got Remote Sturdy. If unit initiates combat, grants attack +7 and defense +10 to unit during combat, and reduces damage from foe's first attack during combat by 30%. Where was I? Oh yeah, with Sigurd, you now have incredible flexibility with your units on the dagger line, allowing Brave Crom to do basically whatever he wants as long as he has a flow skill in his B slot. Say bye-bye Seliph, you're getting replaced by your dad. You've disappointed me on those speed checks long enough, and you will not be missed. Overall, T-Time Sigurd is a 9 out of 10 unit in my books. He does what he needs to, and he supports his allies. Next up, we've got Harmonic Ira. Ira's PRF weapon, T-Times Edge. she's got Slaying, and if unit initiates combat and has 25% or higher HP, grants attack speed plus X to Ira, where X is equivalent to 25% of foe's attack at start of combat, -2, with a minimum of 6 and a maximum of 16. Deals damage equivalent to 20% of unit speed, excluding AoE attacks. Offensive tempo, Kanto, distance +1. After combat or structure destruction, unit can move spaces equal to the number of spaces from start position to end position that unit moved before acting a +1, with a maximum of 4. Basically a reverse cancel remaining, where the further you travel, the more distance you cancel back, with +1 for good measure. Ira's Pyrrha Special Supreme Astra boosts special damage by 40% of unit speed. At start of turn, she gets Times Pulse 3, and after Ira's special triggers, grants special cooldown -1 to unit once per turn. I'm unsure of this, but by the looks of it, Ira can use her Supreme Astra twice in one combat, thoroughly blowing something up in the process. If it is as I predicted, this is the main gimmick that defines her. We've seen hints at it in the trailer, but I need to see her in action to really confirm this, so take my thoughts with a grain of salt. For her A slot, she's got Attack Speed Clash 4, and for her B slot, she's got Flow Desperation. Inflicts speed defense -4 on foe during combat. If unit initiates combat, you gain Offensive NFU, and if number of spaces from unit's start position to end position are greater than or equal to 2, or unit's HP is greater than or equal to 75% at start of combat, unit can make a follow-up attack before foe can counterattack. For her C slot, she's got Red Feud 3. Ira's Harmonic skill, restricted to 3 houses and genealogy units, grants an out-of-combat bonus of attack speed +6, and status effect, Resonance Blades. Unit can move 1 extra space, and neutralizes any active penalties. This banner is a 15 out of 10 in my opinion. Everything here greatly complements strengthening your conga lines and gives certain units like Brave Crumb, Summer Shez, and Brave Seliph, to some extent, a massive boost to power. That being said, do wait until we get news for COIL. We might get a hyper-offensive melee cav you'll want to give the fodder to. Either way, save your orbs, people, and best of luck if you're summoning. Like and comment below if you enjoyed, and yeah.